making your life like a crazy woman who feeds you plants to make sure that you stay in her house for a longer period of time. This is the Real Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency Sake Podcast Network. The boys are back in town drinking DP and eating pizza rolls. We are living the dream, folks. I am Joe Winkle. Thank you for hanging out with us. Like this video if you like this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you really like it. Tell all your friends that we have so much great content coming. We did an Odyssey preview last week. This is the first of multiple episodes coming out this week on the Real Ignorance Podcast. We are hitting our stride, and we've got so much great content because, bitches, it's Odyssey week. Well, okay, it's the after week of Odyssey. Last week was Odyssey week. But we are here to talk about we're about to talk about Homer and his voyage. I am joined by my good friends. Nobody has entered the chat, and that is the man to my left, and that is Ethan, and the man to my right. It is the hooded stallion himself. It is Blake. Gentlemen,
Stallion.
how
What's
art
up?
thou this evening?
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you for
we're
asking.
alive. We're good. We're good.
He's alive. I'm great.
Yeah, we're feeling up there today. If you know what I'm talking
We're
about,
feeling up there.
boys. We are here. we have had 72 plus hours to let the Odyssey bake into our system. How are we feeling after the experience that we all shared together on Thursday night?
I
I'm
feel
feeling
exactly
great.
what I expected to feel.
Yeah, that movie was amazing.
And that's the show, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. No, I'm
See
just
ya.
That was
kidding.
the review.
That's the review. No, we got this is going to be fun. We are going to do our normal review style. There are lots of different angles we're going to use to attack this, and we are going to have a doozy doing so. First off, I want to thank, before we go any further, I do want to do a quick bit of housekeeping. It is almost football season, so make sure that you are joining and participating in our cause, which is the Toys for Tots for Fantasy Sake Toys for Tots Bowl. Every year we do the community here in the Quad Cities and the people that support us do such a great job of donating and giving back to our community here to a great cause. It's $10 an entry fee to enter a team. We have our golf outing. Blake, what did you say it was? The 2nd of August? I know Blake is in it. I don't know if Ethan's in it or not, but I know Blake is. Blake's got a whole gang of folks that are going to be in there. I think I'm going to go and I don't even golf. I'm just going to drive a golf cart maybe if DJ lets me. So sign up for that if you like golf and you like our content. We really would appreciate you guys being there. There's so many great things. These guys both have teams in the leagues. I've got teams, so all of our friends do. It's our biggest thing that we do, and we really appreciate it. So just wanted to give a heads up. A link for that, all that information should be in the description. All right, with that being said, let's break down Odysseus and his journey. Where do we even start? Like, I guess you guys mentioned that this was like kind of got to where we wanted it to be. We have notes that we're going to kind of go through before we get into categories, but you go ahead.
So should we start off by saying spoilers, even though it's like a 2,000-year-old story? Like it's
yes, good call.
Start off by saying spoiler
alert.
Though, like if you've never heard of the Odyssey at this point, what are you doing?
This is probably going to come out like Tuesday. So yes, if you have not seen the movie, spoiler warning. The spoilers are coming, in the words of the Midnight Boys. But I'll open the floor up. Blake, start with you. We had high expectations. You guys kind of mentioned that, kind of a brief, small reaction, but go in depth. Let your feelings out about, all of your emotions on Thursday.
Blake, you're going to start it off?
Yeah, Blake, you can go first.
Oh, okay. It kind of the movie itself kind of takes you on an emotional roller coaster ride. It gets you with the action. It gets you with the story. Even though it's not like scary, but like the horror part of Polymephus, That was based off horror. Like that's what Nolan wanted to do. He wanted it to be like creepy. Like I just think he kind of hit the nail on the head with everything that he did in this film. The score. Um, I don't think any character lacked. Like I don't think anybody had a bad performance. I think everybody had a great performance in this movie. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal. I plan on seeing it again, and it was just everything that I think we all kind of hoped for.
Yeah, I agree with Blake. I mean, I think I think it lived up to the expectations that I had going in as like a like massive Greek mythology nerd to begin with. You know, like it lives up to the story. There's a few things that are left out, like that I'll get into later, but like I think for what the expectations were and like all the hype going into it, it met it, if not exceeded the expectations I had for it going in.
That's where I'm at because I was expecting it to be more of a spectacle than a story thriller, and the way everything was told and the way everything was done kind of blew me away. Uh, I like what Blake said about the emotional aspect of it. I think seeing it more times will allow. I mean, we've all. None of you guys went and saw it over the weekend, right? I mean, I know Ethan and I were together Saturday.
No.
Blake, you have people in town. Okay, so we've not all seen it a second time. I know I want to go to a theater and see it a second time because I don't know if I can. I don't want my next viewing experience of that movie to be in my home, right? I want to make sure that I go watch that in theaters again. Uh, so I believe that the more you pay attention to it, it's going to be a movie where you probably notice some extra things because as you know, much as this is like, oh, it's a story that's been told, it's the oldest story ever told or whatever. There's also different ways that it was being, presented. And for someone like me, like I don't remember like a lot of the stuff that happened, I don't remember from the Odyssey in high school. Like I'm not into mythology and whatnot, so it's not my thing. Like I know of the story, but to take something like this at Chris, which is what Christopher Nolan did, and to have the boldness, the braveness to take this kind of swing, Blake, it is remarkable, and it turned into a breathtaking experience. And Christopher Nolan, which is where I want to start, this is him at the peak of his powers, and it is magnificent.
Yeah, I think like if you told me that someone was going to do the Odyssey and you didn't tell me who was doing it, there's only like three guys maybe on Earth that I would trust to do this movie, and luckily we got one of them to do it. And I took balls. This story, I mean, who doesn't love this story? People love mythology, Greek mythology, and to get it for the most part right, I think he killed it. I think you couldn't really have done any better. There's parts that were left out that could have been put in, but there was a reason for those parts to be left out, and I'll get to that later. But I mean, yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything more.
I mean, yeah, along the lines of what Blake said, like I'm sure there are reasons for like the certain things that he decided to leave out, but like also you already made a 2 hour and 40 minute movie. Why not just put everything in? Everybody was expecting it to be about 4 hours. Just put everything in.
You want me to? I'll do. How about I just spoil it for you? Want why you can't?
You wanted us to go full Lord of the Rings?
No, because he shot it in IMAX, and IMAX films can only go 3 hours long. That's their max. So it was 2 hours and 56 minutes because they couldn't go any longer. Literally, they could not go any longer.
Can we talk about the IMAX experience, by the way? We were there. We saw it on the big screen. Like, oh my God. Blake, shout out for D-Box, big screen seats.
I'll do what I can.
But I love I love the fact, I heard of this take from somebody who mentioned like, and I've never thought of this before, but it makes perfect sense. He mentioned someone who critiques movies and who does content about all this pop culture stuff. But he said, I love when a director basically tells you how you are supposed to experience the movie. And Christopher Nolan went out of his way to say, we are going to film this on IMAX film So you have to see this in that type of theater to get the full experience. And Christopher Nolan taking all of these risks, taking all of these different aspects and saying, you have to do this, you have to do this, we're going to do this. It's going to be a brutal experience. You hear stories from some of the people that were, some of the more prominent roles in this movie talking about their experiences during filming. And it was a brutal, like just day to day. It takes a master at their craft. It takes someone with gigantic balls, as we've just mentioned, and it takes someone that knows, like, I can do this. I have experience with, like in certain things. It's so out there from a director perspective, from somebody going out on this type of limb, and it works. And it's a home run. It's a hole in one. It's a half court buzzer beater. It's all the cliches, man. Their words can't describe it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like the fact that he did take that risk of shooting it on IMAX, like, and like telling you how you're supposed to view the movie is like, it's a wild risk, because also like it's the one part of the movie that's facing like massive backlash right now. Like everywhere I keep seeing there's only like there's only 26 theaters in America that
41.
have like true
41.
no, 41 41 in the
crazy.
world. There's 26 in America that have IMAX
Yeah,
theaters.
still crazy.
Like, so it's the fact that you like, and luckily we have like two around here that have like true IMAX like theaters. Like we're lucky in that aspect. But like so many other places like don't have access to that, like to that technology or to that like theater. So like you're asking people to have to like travel hours on end to see it how you truly want it to be seen. And that's why it's getting like a lot of backlash. And I can see that, because you're basically like secluding a certain part of like the population from seeing it the way you want it to be seen.
To a degree, I get what you're saying. I do believe, though, people just want to complain and complain. But I think still, either way, it's going to be a fine experience. But I think, seeing it in the theater, seeing it on that huge screen, it makes a massive difference. We mentioned last week, I wanted us to talk about how Christopher Nolan was, had this, who knows, could this be his last movie? He has now 13 official films that he's made. We kind of were wondering, where is this going to land? So I guess 13 minutes into this show, I'm going to ask you guys, where does the Odyssey rank on the Christopher Nolan scale?
Man.
I'll go first, because I know Blake. I know Blake has like a hard set, like where Dark Knight is on his, but I think this is better than the Dark Knight. Like I do, like in my full opinion. Mainly it's probably just because of my nerdiness and like where I'm like where my fandoms and that are based in, and like all the mythology stuff. But yeah, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I can genuinely say that. Like it's killer, and I think like if this is his last movie, this is the perfect last movie to end on. Like this is number one for me.
I'll give mine here. Blake, what do you got?
I think it's top 5. I'd probably say 4 or 5 range, probably.
So you have Dark Knight, Inception, right?
I have Dark Knight, Inception, Dunkirk, Oppenheimer, and then the Odyssey.
Okay.
You have Dunkirk over this?
I love Dunkirk, yes.
Dude, I love Dunkirk too, but this movie is so much better than Dunkirk. This movie is 10 times better than Dunkirk.
That's just personal preference. I mean, I'm not saying like.
Have you guys seen Interstellar?
Oh, Interstellar's above. Interstellar's also above. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yes,
I genuinely didn't like Interstellar.
So yeah, so Odyssey would be 5. Yeah, 5.
So I think I have this between. I think I have it slightly above Oppenheimer and below Dark Knight still, because I'm a nerd at heart, so it's hard for it to take Dark Knight for me. Here's the best part. Here's what I can say about Nolan. You go back to all of his big movies, right? I mean, Interstellar is a movie that's shot in space basically the entire time. Inception has insane moments of the dream sequences, and it's like, oh my god, how did they pull this off? How did they practically pull this off? All these scenes, Dunkirk, the just again another the different scenes that they had. There's one or two in each of these movies, right? Even Tenet, for God's sake. Oppenheimer, or The Dark Knight has the Joker scene in the semi truck where the semi gets flipped. Oppenheimer's got like the what's the name of the test they ran, Ethan, in Oppenheimer? Like, what was the name of the actual test when they tested the nuclear bomb?
You mean like the project?
Yeah,
It's the Manhattan Project. It's
the Manhattan Project. Like the first moment of the Manhattan Project, which is them actually doing the test run of the nuclear bomb. That scene is remarkable. The Odyssey has like 15 of those. Bro, it is just it's a bunch of different the Odyssey is a bunch of different all-timers getting on the mound in a 7-game series and just like back to like remember when the Chicago White Sox won the World Series and against the Angels in the ALCS, the 4 games they won, all 4 of their starting pitchers threw complete game shutout, or not shutouts, but they threw complete games. That's what happens in this movie, but they're all shutout, like it's no hitters, because you have just so many performances that are top tier. And Nolan with this movie, the visuals, there are so many memorable scenes from this. Not that there aren't a billion from Oppenheimer and The Dark Knight, and name that other movie from Christopher Nolan that's incredible, which most of them are. But this one, it's like it's that times 1,000, if that makes sense, right? Do you get what I mean?
I think I agree in the aspect of I think this is easily, and it's a testament because all of his movies look great. I think this is easily his best looking movie, like set piece wise.
This might be the best looking movie of all time.
Obviously, how they shot it in IMAX. I think this is easily his best looking movie for sure. And I don't think any of his movies necessarily look bad, but not to nothing this scale.
The reason I have it over Oppenheimer is just because it hit me different. Like Oppenheimer, I love because I love movies that are like dialogue driven. I love stories that are told that way. I love paying attention and the in-depth like writing ability to see people act, you know? Like I'm sorry, honey, if you're listening or watching. Nicole is watching. There's two so I'm by myself usually at night. One of the shows that I'm currently watching, sue me, I'm watching a bunch of Law and Order reruns, you know, whether it's the organized crime one, which is the new one, or like the newer seasons of SVU because I never watched them. Even though sometimes the writing sucks, the acting in the show is still pretty damn good when it's top notch. And at the end of the day, it's cops going and lawyers in a courtroom and going out and arresting people with plot twists and stuff. It's dumb good television to me. Nicole's watching 911 and the acting is so bad and the dialogue is so goddamn bad. And I told her the other day and she like,
hey, we're firefighters that go to space, bro.
She said she got offended, but I don't think she was serious, but she could have been serious. And I'm like, honey, I'm sorry, but the acting in this is so bad. And the dialogue is so bad. And everything is so bad. And I felt like a nerd. I felt like a movie dork saying I felt like a real critique. But I'm just telling you like what I like to say, like, that's why I loved Oppenheimer so much. But this movie was different because it didn't really have those moments of like the writing where it's just there are moments where it's 2 actors going at it 1v1 in a steel cage in a dialogue off, and it's just, oh my god, why am I sweating right now? Like, do I want Anne Hathaway and Robert Pattinson to make sweet love on screen, or do I want Anne Hathaway to stab him in the neck? What do I want? I'm not sure, but I'm enthralled. you don't have that as much, but you have these huge moments over and over again. And when the actors are called upon to give their peak, metamorphosis of what they were put on this earth to do, it exuberates in ways that I can't fathom. Like, spoiler alert, most rewatchable. I don't know if it's on the most rewatchable scene category, but has anyone ever made being tied to a post and screaming, but you can't hear the screaming, so goddamn invigorating as Matt Damon doing it? I don't
That's
think
fair.
so. Like, to do all of the things in the different ways when it came to why this piece, why this had this, why these people said this, the notes or the score linking up to this, why this visual mattered compared to these visuals, it all just it's so it blew me away. That's the thing. That's the thing that got me, Ethan, is I went into it expecting this is going to just be a visual thriller, and even if like it's a story we already know, how can they really make this a super duper like, oh my god, And it was better than I could have even imagined.
But that's the thing, right? Is like with a story that we already know, it's also like it's an epic. They're like it's not necessarily true. Like it's like obviously it's not true. Like oh, it's all like ancient fiction basically, and like
You're
stories to
telling me
like.
there's not a whirlpool between Italy and whatever the other place is by Italy?
Hey, it's not a whirlpool. It's a sea monster. Get it
Oh,
right. Um,
okay.
yeah, it's Charybdis. Charybdis isn't
Yeah.
actually a sea monster, but like that's the difference between like you were saying like Oppenheimer and this movie is like Oppenheimer is like it's real. Like it's a biopic. Like it has to follow history, right? Where the epic it's an or like where the Odyssey is it's an epic and it's a story and it can be told in different ways because like let's be real here, we don't even know if we have Homer's like actual Odyssey, right? Because when Homer was around, like they weren't writing stories down, they were just telling it orally. So this got wrote down way after Homer was dead and they gave him credit for it, right? So like it's one of those things where it's like just because you've heard the story 1,000 times, seeing it in a different way and like seeing it and like actors' interpretations still can hit differently. Whereas you're telling a story with Oppenheimer that's history and like, hey, everybody actually knows this happened, and if you do it wrong or you take it a different interpretation, something's going to be a problem. So you're kind of railroaded. Where with this movie you're not. And I think that's why it like also is like a step above because I like that storyline where like actors truly can put their like own interpretation onto it.
I like when people are given the freedom to do certain things. I also still like when you stick to certain aspects of the script. But even either way, it's just there's a whole lot of different things that kind of pop off. Blake, any other Nolan things you want to say before we talk about the star of the show when it comes to the guys that were on screen?
I think y'all hit it. I think y'all hit all of the pieces that needed to be hit.
Well, then what do we have to say about Matthew Damon himself? What a journey we've been on.
I think he's moved up the list of actors tier wise. If he wasn't already there,
I mean, this movie just like he showed that he is a true A-list like
yeah, like his
talent. Like
his filmography is just absolutely insane. I mean, top to bottom, it's nuts.
It's like even not as a main actor, like, he's just like supporting roles, like, and now he's like in this movie, like he is the main actor, and he killed it. Like I honestly, I know it's like I don't think there's a better Odysseus right now. Like I don't think there would be a better after seeing him be Odysseus. I don't think there's a better Odysseus like alive right now.
I heard somebody say I heard someone say that what if this was like could you imagine Bale in this role? And I was like, I
No.
don't think so. I don't think he has the certain ways of that. I don't think he has the. I don't think he has the. What's the word I'm looking for? God damn it. The humbleness, I guess, maybe for lack of better terms. I don't think he has that aspect of like, hear me at my low points. Vulnerability. Thanks, Blake. That's the word I was looking for. I don't think he has the vulnerability that Damon does. Now, I heard a better take, which made me sad. Oh, God, this broke my heart. What if Heath Ledger was still alive? This could
I
have
don't.
been him. I know this is 20 years ago, but goddamn, I heard that
But
and I cried.
I don't.
It's like, oh.
My problem is Heath Ledger is great, but name a role where he had a big bushy beard.
I mean, listen, you can.
But
He was. You can
You
make.
can't have
You
a
can do
baby
a
face
beard.
play Odysseus.
You can grow a beard.
I don't
He could have grown a
think.
beard.
I don't think he would have been right for the role. Like I don't. Like I think he would have lacked the same stuff that Bale would have lacked. If we're gonna be honest. Like
I mean, that he could have. I just know that I've seen. I've seen. I've seen him be heroic. I've seen him torture Gotham. I've seen him bust it wide open for Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm just saying he's got range. That's all. He had
yeah,
range.
he had
God rest
range.
his
He 100% had
God
range.
rest his soul. Heath Ledger, you legend. My heart is breaking. Anywho, but I yes, I agree. Like it's hard to think of anybody right now. Like we kind of made him and Leo, right? Could Leo have done Odysseus? I don't think so.
No, not a chance.
I think Leo is a better actor, but he couldn't have done Odysseus.
Damon also has a willingness, like if you just go through their movie log, Leo kind of just waits and cherry picks certain moments, which is fine. He's the A-lister of A-listers, right? But he cherry picks certain guys to work with, certain things to work with, like, oh, I'm going to hunt this and do this. Matt Damon will just say, fuck it, and kind of let
Yeah,
it rip.
he just does movies. He just likes to act. I think that's like a major part of it is like he just I don't know whether it's like him wanting to like keep his name around or he just genuinely loves what he does. And I think that's like part of it. That's like he just genuinely loves what he does and wants to make movies for people to see throughout history. And I think he actually genuinely cares about the craft.
The question now, I guess the question would be, is this what Damon is going to be remembered for? That's what I'm curious. Do you guys? What's your guys' opinion?
I think his filmography is too deep to remember him just specifically for one role. But when you think of Matt Damon, when he's all done, this will be one of the roles you do think of, though.
I'm gonna be honest, it's probably this and Good Will Hunting for me still. Like and then maybe in the back of my mind it's all the Bourne movies. But it's gonna be this and Good Will Hunting because Good Will Hunting is also like one of my favorite movies. Like the movie's just so good.
Like he's got the Bourne movie. The Bourne movies. He's got uh him and Leo in The Departed. Just he's an Oppenheimer, but as a
The
and
Martian.
The Martian, yes. Also too, for Damon, I'm only talking about Leo because we kind of did a quick little, we kind of did a direct kind of comp to them last week. Leo or Damon is willing to be like a secondary or third, tertiary, whatever you call it, guy. Like an Oppenheimer, he's like the third most important person probably in the movie, right?
Mhm.
And this is him. This is the Matt Damon show. You are here to watch Matt Damon is, this is a bad comp because of all the missed layups and the inefficiency. But Matt Damon is Russell Westbrook on the triple double season on the Thunder. Sorry, Blake. He has 90% usage rate, and it is just all him. Outside of the moments that aren't obviously, however, but it's fantastic. Like it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. Any other Damon things, Blake, that you want to touch on?
No, I definitely think this put him in the not I don't it's not that I don't think he was already there. Like if you're like A tier, S tier, he was like on that border of S tier, and I think that gave him the entry to the S tier of actors. Um, I mean, he was phenomenal in this movie, so I definitely applaud him for his performance because like if he wasn't good, that changes the movie. It does.
Yeah.
So it's definitely great
You
that
can't
he
have.
was good. So
It's like, yeah, you can't have the Odyssey without Odysseus. So, like, if he was bad, that's tough.
Uh, what about uh, what about our young boy, Mr. Tom, Peter Parker himself, Tom Holland?
I'm so glad you brought this up. So I saw something today, and it kind of angered me that they put it out. I get why they did it, but so they ranked I'm going to call them out because I don't really care. Variety ranked their performances based off actors in this movie, and I don't think in a movie like this you should release something like that because they had Tom Holland dead last. But I don't think that's saying that. To me, that's saying he was bad in the movie, and I think that's just disrespectful because I don't think he was bad in the movie at all. I just think this cast was so big and so fucking great that even though they listed him at 17, being 17 isn't a bad thing in this movie because of how great everybody else is in this movie. And I felt like it was just disrespectful because I thought he was great. I mean, are there people that are better? Yeah, but look at this freaking cast. Of course, there's going to be people better. But I thought Tom was great. I loved him. I I I didn't really have any complaints, and so yeah, I saw it and I wanted to get off my chest. It made me mad because I felt like it was disrespectful when he don't feel like he deserves it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's very disrespectful. I mean, going to be honest, he was better than his wife in the movie, or his fiance. He was better than Zendaya in the movie, given he had more screen time and more lines.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
like,
Listen, if you think if I saw the list, they 1 through 17, I'm not gonna lie. He is probably 16, 17. But I don't think when it comes to a movie like this, you can release a list like that because of how great everybody was. Like
that's fair.
you name one actor that had a bad performance. There wasn't one. Even Helena uh,
Helen of Troy.
Helena of Troy, she had 3.5 minutes of screen time, but she was fucking great in the 3.5 minutes, and I love her as an actress. So I don't know when companies put out lists like that pisses me off because I think it's so disrespectful to people, especially in a movie like this that's so stacked and everybody's so great. I don't know.
Did the list have Damon first?
Yeah. No, it did not. No.
Was it Pattinson?
Mm.
Anne Hathaway.
Was it Hathaway?
Mm.
Oh, then I don't know.
It's. I agree with it. It's my best performance too of the movie.
All right, then let's save it. Let's talk about well, I guess okay. So let's do Holland, and then I want to talk about my hubby, and then I guess we can just talk about performances. Talk about we'll get into categories. Uh, Ethan, your thoughts on Tom Holland in this film?
I thought he was phenomenal. I mean, I think like Blake said, I don't think there's a single actor in this movie that was bad. Like, I think he played the role very well. Like knowing the story, like he played Odysseus' son very very well. Um, like all the moments where he thought he was gonna be or thought he was more of a man at that point than he was, and like all of that kind of stuff. He played that really well. Like he made you believe that he actually thought he could do it, and then all of a sudden like realize, oh shit, I still am just a boy. Like my mom just bitched me. Like it's like, oh
So
okay.
that is the thing we need to have him kind of we need to have him kind of change in a sense, which is we need Holland to kind of graduate from this role of I'm a child, I need my dad, to becoming a fucking man. and I'm hoping that this launches that. I'm hoping that it. I mean, in literally 10 days, we're gonna go see a very important movie. I don't know how important Brand New Day actually is going to be to the what we need to happen in December when it comes to that version of movie experiencing, if you know what I mean. However, Tom Holland needs to fucking become that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I thought he did a good job of towing the line here. I thought he had a really good second act. The movie was not as much of "Mommy, where's my daddy? Why is daddy not here?" that I thought it would be, which is good because I was worried. But otherwise, I thought he was really good.
I think the problem is when people think of Tom Holland, and it's great because Spider-Man is one of the most popular characters in the world. But people think of Spider-Man, people think of how Peter Parker is, or how Tom Holland specifically is as Peter
I
Parker.
mean, I mean that's
And I
how
think
that's how
no,
that role
absolutely,
works.
it comes with the role, absolutely. But I think that's why he doesn't have like you don't think of Tom Holland in a movie as serious as like the Odyssey. Like he's always the comic silly guy in an action-packed big movie. But I think that is why people just don't see this side of him very often. So when they see it, they're like, I don't know how to feel about it. But again, I thought he was great. So
I thought he was really good as well. I don't think he was last at all by any means. Should we talk about? Should we talk about that dude? Should we talk about the man who might have the best in the world trophy right now? He might be the holder of the championship belt. Ethan, it's a hot girl summer for your boy
I mean,
Edward, for our vampire king.
I feel like we're just gonna hit on this like almost every single pod, basically.
dude, he's in
Because
everything. You
He's in
have to.
he's in
everything!
everything.
You
He's
have
in
to.
everything. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
Again,
like,
I'll
he's
I'll
in
say it
literally
again.
everything.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When I watched Twilight for the first time, I would not have told you this guy was going to be the one that was going to be the biggest star in 15 years.
Hey,
But good God, dude, is he so fucking good? Oh my God.
Hey, Twilight took him down a peg for me, right? He was so good in Harry Potter.
It's true.
He was
People
so good in
forget.
Harry Potter.
But like because I was on a Robert Pattinson kick, I watched The Lighthouse, rewatched it for the first time in like 5 years the other day. Dude, he's so good. Everything
His
that he's
world,
in,
bro.
everything that he's in is fucking gold right now, and I don't even care. I will glaze him more than Ryan Gosling right now. Anything that he's in right now, it's one of those things where I'm like, I have to go see that shit in theaters. Like him being homie
Charles Hanson or Manson, whatever the fuck his name is. Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah,
I
Charles
will
be there.
Manson's a whole different story.
Like, dude, everything he's in right now is gold.
Bro,
We're
sitting front row for prime time.
Ever since the Batman, dude, he hasn't missed. He hasn't had a role that he's missed in.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to sneak him into Doomsday.
At this point, why not?
They should.
Let him come in. Let him be Victor Von Doom. He could probably pull it off. At this point. I'm just enthralled by everything that Robert Pattinson can do, and he had just he nailed everything he does, man. It's so goddamn good.
And it's not again, I'm sorry, I know we're glazing him for the 17th time this year, but it's not even that it's not even that he's just great when he does it, but the different styles of acting he had to do in every single one of these roles is completely different than the other. Like none of these are even close to being the same. Like they're just not. Him in the drama compared to him in the Odyssey, completely different characters. Like they're like not even close. The acting style is completely different. Facial reactions are completely different.
I could make an argument that they're basically the same character.
No, because if that was the case, he would have been Anne Hathaway over that
Yeah, no,
that
He wanted
goddamn.
to. He wanted to. I mean, the difference is there was a strong woman there. Like,
That is true. Yeah,
that wasn't going to cheat on her husband. Like, that's
bro. When Robert Pattinson said when Robert Pattinson paused after he said, "Tell him to tell." How do you say it? Telemachus.
Telemachus.
When he said
Telemachus.
Telemachus can take the throne, and then pause, or a child of our own. Oh my God,
I'm sorry,
Robert,
they're completely different characters. I'm sorry.
towel me off, bro. He's
Like
so cold.
I feel like the closest that he's going to get this year is between what he did in the Odyssey and what he's going to be in Dune. That's like the only thing. But again, completely different, obviously characters, but
And he wasn't in the first two Dune movies, right?
no, different
Spoiler alert:
vibes.
Joe hasn't seen Dune 1 or 2 yet. Spoiler alert: Joe needs to see Dune 1 and Dune 2.
Joe also talked like he saw Inception earlier. Still hasn't seen Inception.
I'm just making points. I've seen clips. You know, I'm just saying. We all have YouTube. That's all.
It's fair.
Yeah, exactly. All right, want to get into categories? Can we just talk about how Robert Pattinson says bangers every? I saw a supercut of that today.
Before
Some
we
of
get
us-
into categories, can Blake give us the number one on that list?
No, because I want him to hold it off because I know who it is. I have a feeling I know who it is.
I don't know, man.
And
We'll
I
see.
want him to bring it up because he'll probably bring it up in either most rewatchable scene or what age the best. Speaking of most rewatchable scene, I'm gonna rattle off scenes. You guys can just stop
You
me
know,
when you
every
want.
time I do this, I forget that you rattle off 100 different scenes. So how about me and Ethan start? Because I only have one, and then Ethan probably only has one, and then you can do yours. Because by the time you're done, you take all of our scenes because you like to do all of them. So let me start before.
It's category.
I
We
know
give our
it is,
winner
but I
at
do
the end.
one. I do
You're
one
supposed.
scene.
It's categories with nominees. You're supposed to list more than one nominee, bro.
I only need one.
Okay, what's your most rewatchable scene, Blake?
My most rewatchable scene is when they go see Cersei.
Okay,
And she starts transforming them into
That's
pigs.
fair.
I think that scene is pure gold. Maybe a hint for later, but pure gold. Everything about that scene is
You can say it now. She's
immaculate.
number one on the list.
She's number one. Oh my!
That's fair.
It was 10 minutes, but that 10 minutes was my favorite 10. Like that was fun fact. What she did to their faces, she did actually in real life. Like they used Play-Doh and she actually transformed Play-Doh into pigs. So that's how they created that.
It was
fucking awesome.
Hand up, as someone who did not know that was coming, I was fucking horrified.
Yeah,
Like if
I
Nick
had to
was
let.
here, if Nick had the balls, I'm just kidding,
like
Nick, I
legit.
love
Like
you.
they made
If
like
Nick
a
had the
prosthetic.
if Nick
face.
showed up, he could have vouched that I was like in my
Like
seat.
they made
I had to warn Bailey that it was coming.
a prosthetic face, and she trained herself how to craft it into a pig face. Like that is fucking amazing.
That is
and
crazy.
she's just so great in that part.
Bro, when
Hey, I told you I was looking forward to whoever was playing Cersei. Like
Amazing, absolutely, dude.
I
Like
told
that
you
part
that was,
gave
like,
me
I was
chills. I was like,
waiting for
oh
that,
my
like-
god,
It's like it's a big part of the Odyssey.
twist second shit.
Yeah, but what about the fact that they cut out the fact that Odysseus stayed there for a certain amount of time and just fucked her a bunch? I don't know. That's everyone says
That's Calypso, but
That's
Calypso.
Calypso.
yeah, that's Calypso.
Everyone says that he banged all of them that he went and saw. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Cersei, not so
I don't
much.
know. I don't think he did bang Cersei. Did he? I don't think so.
On today's episode of How Much Did Odysseus get around? Odysseus was the original carrier of chlamydia.
Yes, he did. He did
See?
sleep with Cersei. Oh yeah, because that's one of the parts that they left out of the movie is because he was supposed to meet Hermes. He met Hermes. He climbs a cliff to get to Cersei and save his men, and Hermes stops along the way and tells him what's happening. And like that, like they skip that whole entire part.
Again, they
Like
had to. It's okay.
he meets more than just Athena in that movie, or like in that book and then in that story. Like he meets more than one god or goddess. Like that's also one of the things that like kind of irritated me, because I was like when is he gonna meet Hermes? Like that's a major part of the movie, or like of the story.
We'll get to them. So, okay, that scene, because I did not know that was happening. Just not, I knew about 4 parts from my recollection. I remembered about 4 parts about the Odyssey. I remembered that they left. I remembered the Trojan horse thing. I remembered there was a Cyclops. I remembered there was a big ass whirlpool, and I remembered that he got home. That's about it. Outside of that, I don't remember much. So when all of a sudden they're sitting there eating stew and they're all shaking, I'm just like, what in the fuck? And yeah, I was terrified. And like she like reaches down their throat, bro.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Yeah. That's a great rewatchable scene. Like I would have that in my list too. Like 100%. One of my other ones is when like when they get to Charybdis and Scylla, and Odysseus just is like reserved to watch them kill themselves at that point, because he was like, I have to do this in order to try and get some of us home.
Oh yeah,
So
the
where he
serpent
tries to
monster
yep, where he
thingamajig.
tries to force him into Charybdis, knowing that his men would overrule him and go to Scylla.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of my favorite scenes. And then obviously the final fight scene, like where Odysseus is just
Don't
going crazy.
Okay, don't talk about the actual moment because we'll get there. I want to tee it up. So, I'm just gonna rattle through the ones I have since Blake's a nerd about it and doesn't like how I do things. I'll go fast. The first Pattinson and Holland moment, their little face to face in the little area. What would we call that area where they had the feasts?
The feast hall.
Just the
Like
feast hall. Okay,
yeah.
that works, I guess. Their little back and forth was nice. The moment where they encounter the Cyclops, that was all very well done, very intriguing. Um, then from there, I have the Trojan horse buildup where they're building it. Just in all the scene, like all of the visuals of that thing, like oh my god, like come on now. I love the video, like the shots of them in the horse, like with Bernthal narrating, and like
Yeah.
there's one of them drowning, like while they're being dragged, and it just I loved those. All this Trojan horse stuff was great. Then Pattinson and Hathaway, marvelous stuff. Then the war. Uh, my favorite shot from the movie is when they open the gates of Troy, and it's Agamemnon,
Horrifying
Agamemnon.
at its
Yeah.
finest.
just immaculately immaculate. Good lordy, Jordy. Uh, that's incredible stuff. Then I have this.
Agamemnon. Agamemnon in general in that movie is just like, all right, that dude is supposed to be the shit.
More on him
Like,
later. Uh, Haiti, the Cersei witch scene. Another scene, a scene that I have that's easily on the Mount Rushmore, maybe medal stand. The scene with Hades and Elliot Page.
yeah,
He's fantastic. Mike, like holy shit,
phenomenal
bro. That is
range. He's
send
got
that in.
range.
Send that into somebody. That was incredible stuff. And then I also just have the entire final hour from the minute he says to from the minute he says like bring them all or something of that nature to Emmaus, and he goes and saves Telemachus, and then they come back and all that. Like that entire final 45 minutes is just pure like
Yeah,
we are rock hard. So like
and
from like
then
he go ahead.
Telemachus delivering the like to Menelaus the line of "My mom wishes for you all to burn," like like going into the challenge when he's like, "Oh, we're having a challenge." He's like, no, she should just pick one of us if that would be her will. It's like, nah, my mom's will is for you all to burn.
He said, "Nah, get fucked."
Bars.
So in that final few moments, like the scene where Odysseus speaks to Penelope for the first time, talks, the moment with him, which is why I can't say Zendaya was bad, even though she's only in it for a few scenes, where he like reaches out to Athena. It's like it's just a meaningful moment. It's like him kind of giving up what happened to be forgiven, or in that moment of reaching out his hand. Some really good stuff there. Uh, then I think after that was the moment. So in that moment, you had the beggar, or not the beggar, but the person who like went to wash his feet, and you had the tie-in from earlier in the film when he
Yep.
got bit by the wart. I'm assuming it was some sort of like
He
warthog.
got gored by
Yeah,
one of the warthog's tusks.
and the person recognized it and he stopped him. I thought that was a fantastic little nod, little callback. Who knew they did callbacks back then? But the moment too where Telemachus realizes it's Odysseus, like that's his dad because of the dog. Thought that was fantastic. And what was the line he said, Blake? It was like so he said something stranger. I don't remember what it was, but he was like, well, "Carry on, strangers," or "See you around,
He
stranger." I
said
thought that was
welcome.
fantastic.
He said welcome home,
Welcome home.
stranger.
Welcome home, stranger. Yeah, I thought that was amazing. And then the whole final bit at the end where he strings the bow. It's just epic.
Mm-hmm.
Epic stuff.
I mean, it is an epic.
Yeah. So I think that ending is my favorite scene because you could tell that that's where, again, as someone who didn't know the story, I did not exactly know how that was going to go down, and for it to go down that way was, especially with him stringing it and the scene of her realizing it, was great. 50 out of 50. Anything else? Do you guys want to comment on any of those scenes that I ran down, Blake?
No, like I said, that's why I was wanting to go first. Hit them
I just
all in
like
the
when
head,
you
man.
comment on my comments, bro.
That's fair.
We all have
I'm not
we have a
trying. Hey,
platform.
I'm not trying to take your thunder. I was. Just,
I don't want. You're not taking.
I
The
wanted
thunder,
to get my
sharing
lick
it.
in. I just wanted to get my lick in.
We're sharing the thunder.
Blake was like, I had the best one today. I just wanted to like
I'm
guarantee that I got
SGA.
to say it.
I'm SGA, and you are Jalen Williams, and Ethan is every other game Jared McCain. Just heat checks, just throwing him up.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes he has 4 points and 1 for 10 shooting. Sometimes he's got 27 and he's 9 for 11. Just great stuff. All right, next. What? So obviously we like to try to do what age the best, what age the worst. Hard to do that with a movie that's 4 days old. So we're gonna say what will age the best. Ethan, we'll start with you.
Shooting in IMAX. I mean, if we want to be for real, like I feel like this is gonna set a trend. Like,
Yeah, who's gonna be the next one
gonna
to
be-
try to pull this off?
No one. No one should try.
you never know, man. Like, I feel like a lot of people are gonna start trying to do this. Like a lot of these bigger movies, like story pieces like this. Like if we get like another story piece kind of like this, I could very much like see that happening again.
I think
Like
that's
I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised like more movies don't do it in general. You know, like, and it probably is the aspect of like we want everybody to like see the movie the way like we wanted it to be shot, but like I don't know. I feel like that's a thing that like you could easily like fix because I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to install IMAX things in more theaters. Like I don't think that would be that big of a deal at this point in time in 2026.
You would think, right? You would think.
Yeah, like
Any other would say it's a bit, Blake? Any what more would say it's the best for you?
Again, I know he's already on the map because of the role that he plays, but I think this could really kickstart. So, like, people look at and be like, what role do you think really kickstarted his other part of his career? I think this could really kickstart a different career path after Spider-Man for Tom Holland. That's how good I think he was. Like
That's fair.
genuinely, like when people are like, you know what, who do I want for this movie? Like, you know, the guy that played Spider-Man, maybe not, but the guy that played Telemachus, even though he played Spider-Man, but like that's the type. Like I think this is kind of where he starts the path of Timothy Chalamet, like getting these different roles in these different types of movies. That's not just Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people will look back and be like, man, that he was so great. It actually kind of kickstarted that career in a different trajectory than what it is. Obviously, you're playing the most popular superhero in the world, so you can't really do much worse. But that's what people know him for. Like people aren't memorizing, oh yeah, Tom Holland from
And I mean,
what's this game movie that he was in? Uncharted. Oh yeah, Tom Holland from Uncharted. You know, it's Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Well, right
But
now
now it
everyone
can be
looks at
like
him and
Tom
he's Peter
Holland.
Parker.
Yeah,
And
now it can
that
be
means
Tom
everybody
Holland Telemachus, right?
Yeah, right.
Like,
But right,
I think
and
Yeah, but
with
that's-
that, go ahead.
the hard part for Tom Holland though is also like with how many movies that he is in as Spider-Man and like his big Marvel contract, how often they are shooting, it is hard for him to go and do other movies. Like right
absolutely,
now. Like it's
absolutely.
so
I'm just
hard
saying
with how
in
many
general, like
movies
after
Marvel's
when he's
pumping
finally
out with
done,
him in them.
when he's finally done with Spider-Man, I think like look at you got to think after Tobey Maguire was done with Spider-Man, what did he
Nothing.
do? That's what I'm
Nothing.
saying. Like this is going to be like people can look back and be like, you know what, I want that guy in my movie, and I think I don't know. I think it will definitely send his career in a different trajectory after Spider-Man, or maybe sooner than maybe he's in something else too. I don't know. Just that's maybe a hot take, but
No, I think that's a good take. That's a great take because I had that same feeling. What age the best? What will age the best? Matt Damon in general. The agelessness of Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
I think she was stellar. I don't think we've said that enough. I think she was immaculate.
Oh, she was amazing.
I want to give a shout out here. What age the best? I'm gonna butcher all of this pronunciation, but Himesh Patel as Yuri Locus. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, you probably misspelled pronunciation. Basically, Odysseus is like if he's the captain, that's his sergeant or lieutenant,
Yeah.
more or less.
he was awesome.
He was really, really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was really good.
He gave a lot. He gave a lot of emotional weight to some of Odysseus's like Odysseus is not portrayed to be this perfect, make every good decision, fantastic human. And there are a lot of decisions that he makes that are somewhat some are selfish, some are reckless, some are questionable, even if they are wrong, that they could also be right. And to have Patel play this character that has to be this very emotionally driven counter to what he does, to stand eye to eye with Matt goddamn Damon playing Odysseus, and to be able to like question him and be like, okay, this makes sense. Like we can reason with you. He like all of that was really, really good. I feel like he is going to end up having he is going to come out of this as the most unsung, underpraised person in the movie. And I thought he was amazing.
agreed.
Yeah.
Were you going to say anything else?
No, I was not.
All right. What will age the worst? Did you guys have anything? No, because we can move on. I didn't actually have anything either,
No.
just because I couldn't think of anything at the moment.
The hate for Helen of Troy and Elliot Page.
No shit, just idiots, dumbasses.
Dumb.
Those are people who didn't watch the movie.
All right, now we get to put our feet up for a bit. The Peter Dinklage is an Asgardian weapons maker award for, hey, I know that guy from another show or movie. I mean, the first obvious one is Travis Scott. He's literally the first person you see in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Only in 2 scenes, though, so shout out to Christopher Nolan and everyone worried that Travis Scott was going to be like the one who slayed a fucking dragon or something.
And it makes so much sense. They just had him be a bard. They just had him be a bard.
Tell him stories.
So much sense. Storyteller. Fit perfectly.
I had one here. Corey Hawkins. He was Polybus. which was basically the guy who was Pattinson's right hand.
Oh yeah.
He was. I tried to figure out where he was from, where I saw him at, and it finally hit me. He played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Didn't even
All
think
I
of
can
that.
envision is him singing "Dope Man." So yeah, that's probably the most prominent piece of pop culture he's been in, but I knew I remembered him from something, and that's what it was. He was a really good sleazeball in this movie, and also his moment of "Your Odyssey" and then getting shot in the neck was immaculate. And then the last one I had was John. This is Italian as hell.
Yeah.
Leguizamo. He was Emmaus.
Yeah.
He is
Also great. Oh
he
my
is
God.
a historic that guy, which is basically what this is. So anything else for you guys?
I mean, I had
Um,
Himesh Patel as mine. He's in Yesterday. He's the main guy in Yesterday, which is the movie where like he gets hit by like a car and like everybody forgets about the Beatles, so he pretends that he wrote all the Beatles songs and like gets really famous. And then like he's also in like all the Enola Holmes movies. If you've seen those.
I don't
Solid.
think so. Okay, Blake, anything for you?
yeah, I had Ryan Hurst. He played I don't know if it
Mentor.
was
He
protector,
played
but
Mentor.
mentor for Telemachus. He's in Sons of Anarchy. He's also the future Kratos. Well, was the future Kratos until he got hurt.
Isn't he the main character in Sons of Anarchy?
He's like the main character's best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Good pull. So are they still even making a God of War movie?
It's a show, and he tore his biceps, and now they're recasting him after shooting for 3 months, so now they have to start all over.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
Anybody else? Any other that guys?
I think that's the only one that I had.
Nah. None that we haven't said before.
So I'm sorry. All right, next up I've got the Vincent Hanna Award for character most likely to have a massive drug addiction.
Odysseus.
Technically he did.
Technically, he did.
Exactly.
He did. Yeah.
That boy was on the
flower.
Blake. That boy was on the shrooms so hard, and that pussy was so good that man just got lost in the sauce for 7 years.
Hey, man. Can you blame a guy?
Charlize Theron was throwing that shit back. She was busting that thing open for a traveler. Shout out to them. I actually what a great poll. Only you, Ethan. Only you can
It's just the truth.
just land that haymaker. I have Bernthal as Menelaus. Not as a drug addictor though, but his version of storytelling is very drunk uncle. Nah, you right
Like an
here. You got
alcoholic
my
drug.
brother's wife here. Grabbing her face. You know. I thought Bernthal was good, but he did not kind of blow my drawers off like I thought he was going to for his limited time. I thought he was very measured.
Fair.
Thought he was very measured. Any other nominees, Blake?
I had Robert Pattinson specifically towards the end of the film when
Oh, yeah.
he go get the swords, get the swords,
Grab the spears! Grab the spears!
Oh, are you coming over here? Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for the shields, That part was funny.
He's just tweaking like crazy.
Tweaking like crazy, yeah. Like he just one hit of meth, and that's what happened.
He's like, God, y'all don't know I'm about to crash out right now. He took the little shot that he took in Batman.
Yeah.
Made him go nuts. All right, next up, James Harden Award for person who was awful at their job when depended on the most. I had the guy who jumped out of the boat during the song The Siren.
Yeah.
He just said,
Yeah.
fuck this. He just took the wax out of his ears and launched himself.
It's way too tempting, man.
Yeah.
It's way too tempting.
That was.
I didn't have anything, but that's a really good one.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
That's funny.
That's a very
That's
good one.
funny.
Just like, come on, man. How dare you? Like, imagine if he actually, or I just thought of this one. Literally the entire crew when they turned that pig into a rotisserie chicken, and they all
The
eat like
cow?
or whatever
The
it
cow.
was, the
Yeah.
cow,
Yeah,
a
it's a
pig,
cow.
whatever it
It's
is.
yeah. Apollo's cattle.
Apollo's cattle. Yeah, literally the entire crew wins this award.
Bad at their job. The only way they would stay alive, don't eat it.
Don't do it.
To be fair, Zeus and Poseidon, assholes.
Oh my god, bro.
They trapped them on that island until they ate the cow.
Mm-hmm. The wind's just not changing, bro. Like,
Mhm.
now well, guess what? Just fantastic stuff. Any other, Ethan? Did you have a candidate for this at all?
No, I didn't.
Sorry, I'm glad I could piggyback it. The Where Is My Mind Award. The Where Is My Mind by the Pixels Award for Best Musical Moment. Ethan said he didn't have anything for this. Blake?
I had the musical moment as he was stringing the bow.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fair. I guess if we're counting that as a true musical moment, like
I mean,
absolutely. The score in the background, dude. Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
an all-time needle drop.
Yeah.
The little
Right
harp.
it's like right as he plucks the bow. Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just fantastic. Again, who knew they had callbacks back then?
Dude, man. Not me.
That's exactly what I had, Blake. I'm proud of us. Proud of us for that one. Big brains. Next up, home stretch. Coach Finstock Award for Best Life Advice. Don't piss off the gods.
Yeah.
That's what I had. You
Yeah.
guys, for some reason, always come up with better ones than I have. So, did you guys think of anything for this? No pressure. Ethan?
I'm thinking.
Oh,
I'm thinking.
yeah, I know. I
I'm
told you
coming up with
I forgot that this is usually one, and I'm thinking off
It
the
is
dome,
much
now I gotta-
harder. It is
now I
much
gotta
harder
think
to come
about
up with some of these literally just being removed from the movie. So I get it.
I'll get one.
So, that
Don't eat the cattle when you're literally told you're gonna die.
don't eat the cattle. Don't get into relationships with women who give you flowers as food. You know, don't play poker or don't date a woman whose name is a city. Oh wait, sorry, that was actually Coach
follow
Finstock.
Zeus's rules.
Zeus's
Like
law.
follow Zeus's law. Treat others how you want to be treated. Basically,
Yeah,
that's like the main theme of the Odyssey. Treat others how you want to be treated, because Odysseus allowed, or that's why Athena comes and talks to him so much, is because he literally had her killed. He had her head cut off. Like it's the reason why you treat everybody with respect, is because you never know who's a god in disguise.
Picking nits.
I've talked about mine, my major one, and I guess it's two, and I get it. It's because the IMAX thing and like all that, but they cut two major parts of the story. He doesn't meet Hermes. Hermes doesn't tell, because they cut the whole entire him cheating on Penelope is like a giant part of the Odyssey too, because it makes him look like even more of a dick and like an asshole of a person. Because like that's the whole entire point, is like, oh, he's really hoping that his wife isn't cheating on him back home while he's sleeping with everybody else. Like he's a terrible person. But like Hermes literally tells him, hey, if you want to save your men from being turned into these pigs, the only way Cersei's going to let them free is if you have sex with her.
Cersei's deprived.
Yep. And then my favorite part of the Odyssey, and it's when he tricks Polyphemus. He literally tricks Polyphemus so they can they stab him and make him go blind. And Polyphemus is like, who did that? And he said, nobody. He yells like, nobody. my name is nobody. So then Polyphemus is like chasing them back to their boats and that, and he's just screaming to like anybody around, nobody stabbed me, nobody's killing me, nobody's trying to do any of
Hot take.
this.
Fuck Odysseus for doing that. He did not deserve that. That part, I'm
No,
sorry.
Polyphemus
Him
is
in the
yeah.
background screaming, Poseidon. It
Mhm.
was so sad.
Mhm.
And he I mean, I get he ate a couple people, but it's things that he hasn't seen before, so it was something new. They were in his territory.
And
Like
no,
they
Polyphemus
didn't
has
have to,
definitely seen humans
they didn't
before.
have to stab him in the eye that with a stick on fire. Oh, poor guy. Like when he was chasing them and then like all you saw was like a blood tear go down his face. Oh, it tore my heart. Poor guy didn't
Yeah,
deserve it.
Polyphemus is supposed to be like one of those like monsters that it's like also like I feel bad for him. Like he's isolated, like he has like no friends outside of his sheep, like and all of the sheep are his food for him, and he's the protector of the golden fleece. Like that's his job because he pissed off Poseidon and Zeus enough to be stuck on that island. Like and it's just like, "Oh, okay. Now you're just going to be an asshole and stab him when you broke into his home." And you didn't even try to talk to him. You just thought he was a monster, so you stabbed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that's. It's like it's the big. It's one of the big unanswerable questions too, which we're gonna get to. Which you can just tie it into is like why not try to communicate with him? He's human in a weird way.
This is a nitpick, but it's a personal nitpick because I read something and I was disappointed. I read that uh, Polyphemus was a person in a costume. And I found out that it was a puppet and it destroyed my heart and it made me upset. Again, personal nitpick. So it's not like a movie
It's
nitpick, but
like
no. So
the
what?
thing was 20 foot tall. You thought it was a person?
No. So what? I no. So they scaled it to look like it was someone that was 20 foot
No,
tall.
no,
No.
They
I'm saying
built
no.
a
I guess I know they
full-blown
built a puppet. Yeah,
20 foot.
20 foot puppet. Right. I know that now.
It
But
was
what
just
I
Wemby,
read
bro. It
was
was
that it was
Wemby's dad.
what I read originally was that they had no like puppets or anything. It was all things in costumes and people in costumes, and they cast them as Polyphemus that they scaled to make look bigger than everybody else, and it wasn't. So again, personal nitpick, not a movie nitpick. I don't think it made the movie bad or worse, obviously, but
That's fair.
I think it honestly probably makes it better. Because if you could tell that was just a person in a costume and it's scaled, it would have looked so much worse. But instead, it's an actual, genuine 20 foot tall puppet that is being controlled by people,
well, it was originally
which is
said that
crazy.
Polyphemus was supposed to be a person. That's why it was a little disappointing when I found out it was a puppet. But I get it. I get why.
Any other nitpicks that you guys have?
No.
All right. Coming down still. Too long, too short, or just right? I say just right.
For the time frame that they had, just right. If
Yeah,
they could make it
I
longer,
mean,
I think they definitely could have made it longer.
I also think that they took a little bit too much of the Iliad, like just a little too much of the Iliad. And if you take out part of the Iliad that you put into the Odyssey and just use the parts that you missed on the Odyssey instead of doing the majority of the Iliad, yeah, you can talk about the Trojan War. You can talk about, or like you can show the Trojan horse scene. You can show like them destroying Troy and killing Athena, and leave it at that for the Iliad.
What
Just
else
leave it at
is?
that.
I guess what else is in the Iliad that they threw in there? Like
Like
Watch
him.
Troy.
basically the
Watch
whole
Troy.
entire Troy stuff, and
The
like
Troy movie.
Agamemnon coming to
I
like
that's another. I guess that is another big nitpick, and I know why they didn't do it because there's already a movie and it's called fucking Troy. So watch it. I wish we had more of Agamemnon. I
but
can't say his name.
that's not the Odyssey.
I know it's
That's
not.
not the
I know it's
Odyssey.
not. But dude, the aura
That's the
farming that he
Iliad.
did
Pick
and
the
the time that
Iliad.
he had, dude, that costume was so sick. So
Like
That
the
sick.
costume was
Iliad
really
tells
good.
the Iliad tells the
I know.
whole entire
I know.
story of the
I read
Trojan War.
someone. I actually roasted someone off Twitter because they were like, "I wish why didn't we get more Agamemnon?" And I honestly said, "Go watch Troy."
I
Or
thought
watch
that,
anything about the Iliad.
but obviously, but for this movie, the Troy scenes is like it has to, like, you can't have the movie without those scenes. So
You can have the movie with the Trojan War, or like with the Trojan horse, and them destroying Troy,
mhm.
and that's all you need. You don't need any other like scene going back. Like Menelaus telling the story is about all you need. You can show the Trojan horse in the middle, or at the beginning, like they did, washed up on the beach, and Elliot Page getting stabbed and that kind of stuff, and then not mention it again until you get to Menelaus telling the story of the Trojan horse. And
Yeah,
you could have fit more of the actual Odyssey in.
that's a okay take. So I thought. Listen, I understand why someone in your position would have that opinion. So I'm not going to be the one to say you're wrong.
It's like, but I also understand why they added more of the Iliad, because like without the context of the Trojan War, if you don't know the Odyssey and the Iliad, then you have no idea what the hell's happening in the Odyssey
Exactly.
and
And then
why they're traveling.
the entire final act is them talking about how how Odysseus's character has to basically repent for breakings, like they created war basically, and they created the breaking of what they called Zeus's law, and how
Hmm?
they created invading other land and conquering other land, and how he returns home to find out that there's these terrible fables of the men of the sea, and it turns out it's his men. So it's, that's part of the journey, which I
Well,
appreciate.
well, it's his men and it's the Persians, but that's another story.
Too many books. Next up, Fred Van Vliet Award for Best Heat Check.
Cersei.
Thank you.
Cersei.
Interesting. It's not who I have.
Who do you have?
I have, without a doubt, runaway winner. It's Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
Only
Yes.
because
talks-
only because I didn't have him because in the Odyssey he's not an important character, so it makes sense for him
But
not
it's
to.
but it's also all he does is war farm. He says 5 lines.
It's the quintessential Fred Van Vliet, bro.
Elliot, no.
Elliot Page is also Elliot Page.
Elliot
I think
Page
that would
is
be
a
a great
better
nominee here
option for
too.
this, because like if you're gonna get that heat check moment, cool. Like your costume's badass, but that's not you acting. You're just standing there. You're doing fucking nothing.
It
You're
looked good
literally
doing
just
it.
standing there in a cool costume.
It's a great take.
That's not a heat check moment. Like you automatically got gifted that. Like you are the cool king. Like you're the king.
Yeah,
You're the cool guy.
that's like freaking Lonnie Walker coming in with 35 seconds left and getting a free layup because they aren't playing defense.
Yeah, like
Cersei now, that's like 27-point Jared McCain.
Okay. Like my honest heat check moments would probably be Cersei or Elliot Page.
Like, that's fair. You guys made me recant my take, so I appreciate it. Apex Mountain. Movies about voyages.
Yeah.
Which Apex Mountain for witchcraft? What is a bigger story about witchcraft? Cersei turning men into pigs, or the Salem witch trials? Ethan, go wake Bailey.
I mean,
probably the Salem witch trials.
I mean, if you think about
probably the Salem.
What was the Apex Mountain for stories about witchcraft?
I mean, honestly, like if you really think about it, you don't get the Salem witch trials without the Odyssey. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Castaway with Wilson is a better Voyager story.
Voyage story. Oh, get out
I'm
of
just
here.
kidding.
Wilson! This is what I live for. Minute 79 of the pod, and Blake's out here bringing up a moment from Castaway. Fuck yeah, we're out here. We've made it. This is our Apex Mountain. Uh, Apex Mountain for stringing bows.
Yeah. For giving prey a fair shot.
Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games.
She doesn't string her bow.
She shoots it. I
They
don't
never
care.
they
Don't
never
care.
show her once stringing
Don't
her
care.
bow.
I know she doesn't string her bow,
What?
but she shoots a bow.
Ethan, what was it you said?
I said for giving prey a chance.
There you go. Yeah. That yeah. I have two serious. Do you guys have any more other funny? So this, you guys can expand your Apex Mountain usage now for funny moments like that, because I have two serious ones coming up. But do you have any other funny non-serious ones?
Thinking you're safe and then dying.
Yeah,
I mean, as soon as they avoid Charybdis, the guy's like, "Hey, we are safe." Scylla.
Apex Mountain for 6-headed serpent monsters. That was frightening. I didn't know what was coming, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Scylla and Charybdis are scary monsters. That's also another nitpick, is they didn't show any of Charybdis's teeth. Like, it was supposed to be an actual monster, and they just treated it like it was an actual whirlpool, and that made me mad.
Listen, bro. Listen. Apex Mountain for ghost demon mermaids singing songs in a fog.
I don't know. The mermaids in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was about to say that they're both sirens. Like the two those are the two biggest siren movies.
Blake is just out here. Blake is our Fred Van. Blake is the Fred Van Vliet winner of this.
I'm on a heat check right now. Keep them coming.
Okay. Do you guys have any others? For any others? Because I got two serious ones. So now you guys know where you can expand your Apex Mountain.
I just want to give a quick shout out because we haven't mentioned it. Shout out to that dog, man. Talk about loyalty. Literally waiting for your owner to come home to finally die after just sitting there laying down suffering and getting kicked.
In a pile of shit.
Absolutely shout out to that dog.
In a literal pile of shit.
Dogs are the best, man.
He could finally rest. Shout out to that dog.
We don't deserve dogs at all. All right, I have two serious ones. Apex Mountain, Tom Holland. Not this movie, but this era, this run he's currently in and like going to like this era. Like, do we expect his Apex to be down the road still?
Hopefully down the road still.
I think this is
like for now it's a solid Apex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But at the end of the day, if this is his Apex, if this 3 weeks is his Apex at the end of his career, then it's a bit sad.
I think this is his second best movie performance.
Behind No Way Home?
Yeah.
I think that's
fair.
I
don't even think it's that far behind No Way Home.
I think that's fair. It's probably I would agree with that because it's going to be as rewatchable because I don't think the first two Spider-Men are good, but they're not rewatchable like No Way Home is.
But number one's about to be in a week and a half, so
let's pray. We're going to talk about that next week. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because they have to land the anywho. And then lastly, I mean, you already know. Is this Robert Pattinson's Apex Mountain? Are we living in Pattinson's Apex Mountain?
I feel like we've already claimed that we are. Like I feel like in the last in the drama one, we claimed that this was the drama leading into this Dune.
Okay.
Like this is his Apex. Like
I'll say right now,
it's gonna be a hard year to top. Like it's truly gonna.
If
be
you think it's crazy,
damn near impossible year.
With as good and as popular Timothée Chalamet is, Robert Pattinson is whooping his ass. That's how you got to think of this. Like Timothée Chalamet gets the girls, all the cool movie roles, and Robert Pattinson's whooping his ass.
And
that's how good he is.
Hopefully, prime time. is so I know Ethan didn't like the drama, but I think the drama was very well received because of its creativity, and like to make a movie like that is incredibly bold, and Pattinson and Zendaya were fantastic in it.
Yeah, their acting was phenomenal. I will never take away from that. Like their acting in the movie was absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
you just didn't like the story.
Yeah, just didn't like the storyline.
I hope Primetime like next it just is a grand slam, because these other movies that he is in for this year that are huge are like him in supporting roles, and I just want to see him continue to hit bombs, like in a good way, like just hit home runs as a lead man. So, that's why I was pissed when Batman got pushed back again. Fucking DC, bro. What a disaster. Disaster cinema. That's what DC is. All right. Gosling or Reynolds? Like, this is your category. I mean, this whole final
I mean, it depends.
run of the line is for you.
I think it depends. I don't. And I love both of these guys. The problem is, I just can't find a role that I would be like, yeah, I want them in that role in this movie.
Oddly enough, I think I agree.
Like, and they're both, again, I think they're both great, but I think everybody did such a great job. Like, sometimes there's movies that everybody's great, but then there's that one good guy, and you'd be like, oh yeah, imagine if whoever was in that role. A problem with this is I just think everybody was that great that I can't replace anybody with anybody. Whether it's Gosling or Ryan or Reynolds.
You want a funny answer?
Please.
Either one of them is Agamemnon.
Yeah.
You never see his face. Why does it matter who it is? Like, you never see his face.
Like,
but if
maybe
we knew it was Ryan Gosling under there, we know who the actor is under the Agamemnon.
No, I know.
Agamemnon.
Like,
thing.
I
maybe
think anybody could do it. It doesn't matter, right? Like, it literally does not.
The
matter.
reason I wouldn't is because I don't. Obviously, I think Ryan Gosling could get buff, but like maybe Ryan Gosling as the mentor instead of Ryan Hurst. But I like the way Ryan Hurst looked as the mentor. Like, I think he just looks tougher, and I think in a movie like this, you need to have a guy who looks tough.
In 15 years, could Gosling do an Odysseus?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I would say Ryan Reynolds.
In 15 years, yeah.
As Ryan Reynolds as the guy who goes and bullies the dog hunting guy. The main like servant.
Oh, the guy who goes to try to kill Tom Holland.
Yep.
That's not bad. That guy got bitched out, by the way. My God.
Exactly.
That guy got slutted. That guy got done. All right, moving on. Tough day for the Ryans. All right, that time. We should. I don't know. Should we solo cam it? I don't know. Blake, your Letterboxd review.
Let me pull up the letterbox for you.
You want me to give Bailey's quick review real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
She said 3 different things. She said, I asked her, I'm like, did you like it? And she's like, yeah, I stayed awake the whole entire time. That should speak volumes. My girlfriend notoriously falls asleep during movies at the movie theater.
That's true. What is the movie that we went to that she was asleep at? I was making fun of her because she was
Superman, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four was, yeah.
So if she stays awake, especially when it gets later at night, it's a good movie. And she didn't know the storyline, so it was great. And then I asked her if she would ever rewatch the movie, and she said, I would rewatch it with you, but it's not Benchwarmers, so I'm not rewatching it like it. She wrote it even down on a piece of paper for me to like say on the thing. It's no Benchwarmers.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Interesting. Yeah, put that. Let me get a t-shirt. Let me get a copy.
Ethan's girlfriend, it's not Benchwarmers award for hot take about a movie. Honestly, that's going to be a new category.
Is it Benchwarmers?
The is it the is it?
Hey, to be fair, that is a great rewatchability like category. It's like, hey, you can rewatch Benchwarmers like any given time.
You can, and it's a great way to spew off a hot take. All right, Blake, do you have it pulled up?
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, I had this movie a 5 out of 5. Um, there's not really anything to complain about. I think everybody's performance is top tier in this movie. I think obviously the writing's great, the score is great, acting is great, top to bottom, it's well shot, it looks great. And you can't really complain about anything. So I had it as a 5 out of 5. Um, but yeah, I think this movie is everything anybody could ever want, and you should definitely go see it before it's not in theaters, because you got to see it in theaters to get the true aspect and feeling of the movie.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this, if you like see this movie for the first time, not in theaters, it's not going to mean anything. I don't think it's going to hit you the same.
It won't. That it will not. That it will not. You have to see it in the theaters at least once. Can I have added a new award to our category. I have added a new category to the list. Would you guys like to hear it?
Let's do it.
It is
Yeah.
the Ethan's girlfriend describing the Odyssey as "It's not Benchwarmers" award for best hot take. Oh, you can tell her I said that. Clip this. All right, real rating. What are we going with, boys? That's real, REEL rating.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Like there's no flaws. I have a few little.
If you can't find flaws in a movie, how can it not be a perfect movie?
Yeah, I guess it's a 10. Perfect
I
score.
mean, what are you gonna give it a 9? If you give it a 9.5? What's the 0.5? Why do you take 0.5 away?
Because
You
sometimes
can't think of
just
anything.
you might be able to see something better. I don't know.
I mean, I changed things on rewatch. I'll rewatch it and I could change it, but right now on first rewatch, it literally left me shaking, my jaw on the floor, and in shock. So
That's a good point. I will agree with you, gentlemen. All right. Lastly, movie MVP.
I feel like mine's going to be different from yours, guys. So
I think
guys
we're all
go
going to have
first.
something different than Blake. I'll let you go first.
I think the cast in general. I just think the cast is the MVP of this movie.
Oh, he took
No,
the cop
no,
out.
it's not. It's not.
That is an
Everybody,
that's
again,
an insane cop out.
No, it's
He
not.
took the cop out answer.
No, I just think everybody is
Participation
everybody is
ribbons.
genuinely that good in this movie.
Like you're not wrong, but
everybody
if you
is
had
just
to
that
choose,
good.
if you had to choose, because we're all having to choose. It's part of the podcast, man. You got to choose.
Again,
Yeah, come on now.
This is
Which one of your kids is your favorite? All of them.
I mean,
Even the one that's in jail for killing 2 people at a church. Yeah. But
That's not Blake's kid.
I think
But there was that one time.
because I'm not gonna do the basic answer that everybody's gonna have.
Oh, just take the basic answer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Anne Hathaway.
You bitch! I shouldn't have pushed you.
was that yours? Ethan was going to come on here with this incredible.
What? Do you want
take
peace?
About
Do you
Anne
want revenge? I want Odyssey. Yes.
The throne. Or so she was saying,
Yeah,
like,
she wants Odyssey.
I want somebody. I want Odyssey. Oh God, she was amazing. Was Anne Hathaway yours? But then
yeah, 100%.
He was going to come on here and give this gentrification.
He pushed me towards it. He should just let me have my answer
about feminism and how women are like incredibly powerful than us dim-witted men. Shout out to us morons.
You should just let me answer.
He was going to say, "Ha, look at all you men in this movie, and the woman was the best." Which she was fucking amazing.
Again, no cop out answer. I'm excluding Matt Damon because obviously he's like 80% of this movie. If it wasn't Hathaway, in my opinion, my pick would be Tom Holland. I just think it was that good.
All right, Ethan, give your Anne Hathaway take.
All right. She is like she's truly like the emotional toll of this movie. Like we pegged it in the preview pod of if anybody was going to carry the emotional toll of this movie, it was going to be her. Like
Mm-hmm.
she from beginning to end shows just how smart and strong and like willing to do whatever she needs to do to keep her family together, all while he is out for 20 years. He's gone for 20 years and she never gives up faith that he is alive and coming home, when she could have easily just been like, all right, this dude's been gone for 20 years, like give me one of these suitors, like all that kind of stuff. And her acting and like her portrayal of Penelope is just insanely good. Like when she literally like blows up on Telemachus and tells him, "You're just a child." Like, oh, you think only men can sit on the throne? Well, I've been sitting on this throne for 20 fucking years. Like, that's just great. Like, her line delivery in this movie is just top notch. Like, it's her emotion, like the way she conveys her emotions and like goes through all of it is just top notch. It's hard to say she's not the MVP of this movie.
She withstood that. Your take was incredible. I cannot help myself because of who I am by responding to it with me taking the piss. So I'm sorry, but I do believe your take was immaculate, Ethan. I just want to tell you that. She withstood the advances of Edward and the fucking Batman in his prime, bro. That's how faithful she was. So yes, she deserves to be the
Good on her,
MVP.
man.
And even after 20 years, he still doesn't trust her enough and puts her to the test, and she still passes.
Mm-hmm. I say all that to say I have a different MVP, and you guys are probably going to say I cheated. The MVP of this movie is Christopher Nolan. I think this is his.
I think I think that answer's worse than mine, saying the cast.
I think this is his magnum opus. I think this movie is. I don't think this movie is what it is without him. There's maybe somebody else that you can have be Odysseus. There's maybe somebody else that you can have be Penelope. There is maybe another A-lister that you can have fill in one of these other spots. However, who can direct, who can write, who can do all of these things to make this movie look the way it was, to make you feel the way you felt, to make you see what you saw, to put all of these people with all of these different, egos and all of these different aspects and all of these different characters and men and women coming together to be in this piece of art, and it all comes out the way it did. I think I think this movie is his shining star. You can easily say Damon, you can easily say Hathaway, you can easily say Pattinson, but I think it's Nolan. Because I think at the end of the day, while some of these performances, which they were all great, as we've mentioned, we've talked about it for almost 2 hours. Some of these performances, we've mentioned how, they were fantastic. It all comes back to the guy that's pulling the strings, because I don't think there's another person alive that would have been able to make you. I don't think there's another person alive that would be able to make this what it was. So that's why I have Nolan.
Yeah,
Our first
I was
director to win
getting
MVP.
ready. I was getting ready to just like absolutely shit on that because, like Blake says, it feels like the ultimate cop out answer of just saying, "Hey, the guy who made the movie, like But your explanation of it, like, just puts it like you're right. Like he's truly one of the best directors on the planet. Like the vision and like the ability to do what he does is probably still taken for granted, even though he's put out banger after banger. And like, if this is his last movie, we're truly losing a great talent in the movie industry. Like, if this is truly his last movie, like, that sucks. Like, it sucks. Like, I get wanting to retire and not do anymore, but like, that is a true talent lost for everybody in the world, because like the less Christopher Nolan movies in the universe, the crappier the universe. Like, in all honesty.
Like, and to be honest, that wasn't just a take that I kind of randomly thought of. Like, it was the opinion I had the moment the movie ended. Was this is Nolan's masterpiece? So yeah, that's listen. You guys can have directors be the winners, the MVPs of the movie. It happens.
Well, they
Sometimes.
can't have a
I think
cast.
this might.
Unreal.
I think
You picked
I think-
everybody.
Unfucking real, dude.
You said who's the MVP?
Yeah,
You said all
yeah.
of them.
You want to know what? Imagine if Matt Damon, Zendaya, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson all sucked. Imagine.
Yeah.
Then how would you
Anne
say the
Hathaway?
cast? Because then the cast wasn't good. Then the cast wasn't good.
That's what I'm saying. That they were good. That's why they all get it, because they all were great.
But there's been other movies that we've done where the cast was all good and you still picked an MVP.
No, you're wrong.
It's okay, Blake. I knew what you were trying to do.
No,
but
it's cool, dude. Whatever.
there's a better way.
I just won't give anybody my flowers next time. Next time I won't have an MVP.
I'm
the
movie
MVP.
MVP. They all
You
are
didn't have
garbage.
an MVP.
I'm
Four out
the
of
You
10.
didn't have an MVP.
No, it's
You
fine. I'm not
picked the
no,
whole cast.
no,
You didn't
not
have
even
an
gonna be the cast.
MVP.
Nope.
Yeah,
I
in
think
Ethan's defense,
I
you didn't have an
think
MVP
I
this
think
time. So
I
what's
think
the
the dog is
difference?
the MVP of the movie. It really took an emotional toll on me, and it hit the emotional
what?
aspect of the movie.
You know what? I take that answer over the cast. I
You
take
know
that
what,
answer over the
fine.
cast.
Blake, I
Don't ever ask me
appreciate
the
your
MVP
effort.
question again.
Oh my god!
Next time
we
you
love you,
you
buddy.
ask,
You and DJ are emotional.
You'll change that opinion come next Thursday night when we're recording for Spider-Man.
no. You want to know who's going to be the MVP of that movie? The cast.
The human spider portion that Blake is going to despise.
I think Captain America is going to be the MVP of Brand New Day.
No,
There you go.
Morbius, bro. Morbius is Jared Leto.
No, the Green Goblin, the Harry Osborn from the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
The worst character.
I
in any
think
Spider-Man movie.
specifically,
And he
I
muted
think
himself.
specifically, Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker coming out of the bar in Spider-Man 3 is going to be the movie MVP for Brand New Day.
The one that was dancing in the streets.
Long hair, dancing streets.
emo
Peter Parker.
emo
Pete.
Toby.
Emo
Yeah.
Pete.
I think that's going to be the MVP of
The
Brand
one
New
that
Day.
was banging Gwen Stacy.
That guy right there.
Yeah. That was Bryce Dallas Howard, right? Wasn't that who was? Shout out to Tobey Maguire. All right, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you. What a show! What a movie. We are in the midst of really rolling right now. We're back in action. This today, tomorrow. We are about to record this now, like in 10 minutes. We are dropping a reaction to the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Buckle the F up. So yeah, we're going from real cinema to hashtag that slop, boys. Let's get after it.
All right, dude.
So what?
Don't talk about Doomsday like that.
I'm not. I'm just living in the moment here. So please watch that, and then next week we will be back with Brand New Day, which we will have the preview, and then hopefully, unlike this time, we are actually going to be able to do an instant reaction the night of for Brand New Day. So that is the plan. All right, gentlemen. Thank you as always. Proud of you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Deuces.
It was fun.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys next time here on the Real Ignorance Podcast and the 4 Frequency Sake Podcast Network. For Blake and Ethan, I am Joe. We'll see you guys. We're out. Peace.